Yo, what's up guys, Golem here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm gonna be playing in the extended trophy road with the best deck to push. I haven't played that much, but as you guys can see here, you can push up a lot of trophies again. It was kept at 12,000, now it's kept at 14,000, but it does have a strange tag that says the end of the road, or is it question mark? So who knows, when you get to 14,000, maybe you can come even higher. In today's video, I'm gonna be playing with my main deck and I'm gonna show you guys some different version. We're gonna start with the Skeleton King version plus the Hero Goblins, but don't worry guys, if you don't have the Skeleton King, if you don't have the Hero Goblins, in today's video I'm gonna try and show you guys different substitutes, different versions, and I'm gonna be playing with them as well so you guys can see how to play with it. But the main mechanic, the main win condition is gonna be the same. And what I like about this deck is that you actually don't have only one win condition, you have multiple win conditions. Like for example, the mortar is a building which you can use offensively, defensively. It can get a lot of damage, but sometimes it doesn't even connect and you still win the matches. You can get a lot of value with, for example, your Skeleton King. I'm gonna go with ability. Okay, I think even for 2 elixir, Valkyrie there, I think it's still worth it because it's gonna distract the Valkyrie a little bit. Mortar is gonna take care of it. Let's go with Goblins right here. Let's wait a little bit to see if he gives us barbell value. It looks like he does give us kind of value here, so let's definitely take it to try and take care of the mortar before it can get too much damage. It's gonna get a double connection. And mortar is honestly a really good building because you can use it, as I said before, offensively, defensively. There's a lot of different ways to use the mortar. For example, here, seeing the Hawk Rider, I'm just gonna use it defensively. Some people would use it in this style up high. It's an okay play, but since this guy have bets, I wasn't sure if he was gonna go with like bets up high behind the Hawk Rider. He does have them in cycle again, so it's always important to think, okay, should I go mortar defensively, offensively? I would rather play it defensively in a situation where you're like, wait a second, a lot of you guys are watching my videos every single day without being subscribed. I would appreciate it so much if you guys can hit that subscribe button. It is completely free and you would support me a lot. Not sure if you should go offensively or defensively because then you just don't take any risks. Like, it's an offensive deck, you definitely want to be aggressive, you definitely want to be pressuring, but you shouldn't be taking too many risks because in the end of the day, I kind of see it as a cycle control type of deck. Like, it's not the typical deck where it's easy to make a comeback with. So let's definitely go for a Goblin ability. I'm gonna go with a Skeleton King ability here as well. What I love about this deck is that you just have such a good synergy. Like, even if your opponent has some okay spells, they're gonna need a lot of spells to be able to keep up with all the pressure. This time around, I am gonna go with a mortar up high. Since this is the evolution, even one mortar shot could be huge for us. Let's go with a Skeleton Barrel to tank. Let's go with Goblins and just look at the defense, look at the pressure, guys. I know that we're playing mid-ladder right now, like the opponents we're going to be facing are of course not going to be necessarily the best players out there, but I feel like they are also the scariest ones out there because I sometimes struggle more against these mid-ladder type of players than the actual like really strong meta decks. Okay, let's still be careful here because there's still a little bit of time left. I think we should be able to get the mortar down. I'm just going to go with a mortar in the face here to distract. Anyways, we don't really need much. He goes for a mortar defensively with only 18 seconds remaining, and that is pretty much gonna be a good game. Let's go with minions, let's go with Evil Skeleton Barrel, Goblins to revive as well, and once again just overwhelming your opponent, always trying to take advantage of your troops, of the cards you can get value with after they spend a spell, after they spend a specific troop. And this is a perfect example of certain cards which might seem like annoying or difficult to beat, but this guy had the Evil Valkyrie, this guy had Mega Knight. You guys might be like, okay, Serge, I tried your mortar deck and I kept losing against Mega Knight. Just take a look at the gameplay, try and analyze my plays. I of course always try to share my thought process, but since we do have a high pressure deck, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to share every single, how do you say, like decision making. But I think in general you guys can see the way we play. Same thing here. For example, mortar defensively is a safe play. Could have gone offensively, probably yes. Why would you risk it though? We don't know exactly what the opponent is using. And I think here it's much better to just play it safe, cycle slowly but surely towards your evolutions, get information, and then afterwards try to get some value. So let's go with a barbell here. I'm going to try and distract the opponent with the barbell, and I'm going to go with Goblins quickly on top of the tower. Goblins did get nerfed, by the way. In my opinion, they are still a very strong troop, and even if it's 3 Goblins, I think they're still going to be very strong. Okay, I was expecting him to go with Flying Machine. Did you guys see how I hovered it already before he even dropped it? Try to recognize decks as well. If you guys see Zeppies, Recruits, Royal Hawks, you guys know that he's gonna have the typical Royal Recruits deck with Flying Machine, Goblin Cage, so try to take advantage of that. Okay, same thing here. He used the arrows. We can get value from the minions. Try to always think, okay, if he spends arrows on the Dart Goblin, my minions can be offensively annoying. They can get some value. Let's go with a skeleton barrel in front of them. He spent the arrows on the minions. Let's try and get a lot of value from the Dart Goblin. Don't go Dart Goblin and minions next to each other knowing that he has arrows. I mean, it's kind of basic information, or how do you say, like common knowledge, but some people do make the mistake of always giving a lot of spell value, not really thinking about the matchup they are facing. If you are aware of the deck you're facing, like for example here, this guy, I know that he's gonna pressure. Instead of going with a mortar defensively, we can clean it up with the goblins, we can clean it up with a fireball. He's gonna use the arrows, and now that the arrows are out of cycle, he's not gonna be able to defend this well. Like I'm telling you guys already, without even him trying to defend, he's gonna have a hard time here. Okay, he has fireball, he has barbell, he has arrows, he has triple spell, and his tower is gonna be gone anyways. Did you guys, man, okay, this deck is just crazy. I love this deck, super strong, such a good synergy it has, and even a deck with barbell, arrows, fireball is struggling a lot to be able to defend it. So let's go with a mortar right here. Let's wait a little bit to see if he gives us some good fireball value. I'm definitely gonna try and take it here. Let's go with ability right side. Let's go with minions on the left side. Let's have the goblins ready afterwards. He is gonna go arrows. So once again, as I said before, arrows out of cycle. Let's go for a Dart Goblin. He is gonna go with his Royal Hawks, which is a very good play from him, but that still shouldn't be tower down. And we are in the meantime putting up good damage on the right side lane with the mortar. We can go with an evil mortar here as well. Dart Goblin is still alive. He is gonna go for a fireball. Nice fireball from him. Is it gonna matter though? I don't think so. Mortar is locked. Let's go with a skeleton king. Let's go with a skeleton barrel, and the time anyways is gonna run out. Even if he would have taken a tower, that right side tower, I mean, one more second and that tower would have been gone. So beautiful, guys. Very nice win. I'm gonna show you guys and talk a little bit more about substitutes in this deck. If you guys do not have the skeleton king, you can still use this deck perfectly fine. You can switch to this version, which is the same exact version, and I feel like the same exact version is often very strong with the heroes. And afterwards, the last couple of matches, I'm gonna be playing without a single hero, but it's pretty much the same exact deck every single time. So here we have Skeleton King, here we have the Hero Knight, here we have Skeletons and the normal Knight. Would I use the normal Goblins? No. If you guys have the Hero Goblins, yes. If you don't have the Hero Goblins, I would use the Skeletons. Why the Skeletons? Because they cycle a little bit quicker, allow you to cycle quicker to those mortars, to those, I don't know, any troop really. Skeleton Barrel, minions. Honestly, there are so many troops in this deck which are important both defensively and offensively. Okay, so this guy has Bandit. I think we can just go with some Goblins here. To distract the Bandit, he's gonna have an Electro Whiz as well. So after seeing those two cards, I'm already thinking about a potential... Ooh, what a great Fireball. Okay, beautiful Fireball, and okay. I'm not sure about that play, my friend. That is very aggressive. He just spent so much Elixir. That is also something to keep in mind, especially on Trophy Road. I feel like there's so many players which play like so aggressive. So if you are able to play more patiently, if you are able to like punish them, like for example here, he barely has any elixir right now. He might go for last second Bandit. Should have gone with the Knight a little bit better, by the way. Dark Prince wasn't in range of the tower. Could have gotten even more value. Oh my god, we do need to be careful. He is gonna outcycle the Barbell right here. I guess we are gonna have to take one shot. That is fine though. It's still not gonna be crazy amount of damage, and he's gonna go with EOS once again. So what is gonna be important in this type of matchup? Well, first of all, it's gonna be very important to take advantage of the fact that his spells most likely are gonna be Fireball Zap. So for example here, he goes Fireball on top of the... Okay, this is looking really good. I think we might be able to get Goblins going as soon as the Magic Archer locks on the Mortar. Take care of that, let the Mortar get a lock. If he goes Dark Prince, we have the Knight ready. If he goes with something else, we could go Minions, depending on what he drops right here. But he goes Dark Prince. Dark Prince once again, kind of far away. Let's try and time the Knight. Well, let's go with Minions, and I don't think he's gonna have that much Elixir. He might be going back to Zap soon. If he does go with a Zap on top of the Skeleton Barrel, Minions are gonna take the left side tower for sure, and we have the Goblins coming at him right side as well. Zap doesn't kill the Goblins, we're gonna get some value, and we can revive them instantly. Like, do you guys see the synergy of our deck? I could go with Mortar, but since it's the Evil Mortar, I want to go with a Fireball here. I know it's gonna deal a little bit of damage, but the Evil Mortar on offense, I think could get quite some value. Okay, let's wait a little bit to see what he's gonna do. Pekka in the back means that he doesn't have a lot of Elixir. Knight for a potential Magic Archer. Dart going up high to try and keep out the pressure as well. Let's have the Goblins ready in case he does go with a bandit. There's the bandit. Let's go with goblins right now, distracting it into the middle. Let's go with a skeleton barrel here as well. Let's go with a barbell. Let's try and keep it the pressure as much as possible. I mean, this deck, as I said before, I think it's just so solid right now. Like, with or without the Skeleton King, this deck is super strong. If you guys do not have the Hero Knight, if you guys don't have a single hero, do not worry. I already showed you guys the version before. Normal Knight with the skeletons can also be great. Oh, I tried to pop the ability last second. I don't think I used a single Hero Knight ability, by the way, so it's not necessary. Like, this deck, this matchup could have pretty much been the normal Knight as well, and it's still a very good tank. It's still a very nice troop, sometimes to tank and block a Dark Prince, a Bandit, whatever, to protect your mortar or just in general defense. So very nice win once again. Beautiful W against Pekka Bridge. Pekka Bridge, I would say, is a good matchup for us, since his spells are Zap and Fireball. Minions, Dart Goblin, Goblins, like all those troops are just super annoying for him to deal with. They always get a lot of value defensively, offensively. I think it's just a solid matchup overall. Okay, what are we going to be facing here? Let's try and cycle towards our mortar. I don't really want to let the skeleton barrel get close just in case. Okay, let's actually go with a barbell here. I was going to say, I think he's not going to have something else right away for the mortar. Let's go with goblins as well, trying to retarget the bandit. Nice. That way we're going to keep the mortar alive. Honestly, the mortar, especially in single elixir, sometimes is so annoying for people to defend. And look at the damage we're going to get from that mortar connection. Like, people don't really talk about the mortar a lot, but I feel like it's such a good... okay, let's go with a hero ability, by the way, just to make sure we are going to tank long enough for the witch to actually go down to the minions. I think without the ability, maybe the minions would have taken damage or maybe would have gone down. So a good thing for us to pop the ability right there. And looking good, guys. I mean, I don't know what we're facing here. Typical mid-ladder player for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he has something like Giant as well, Mega Knight. I mean, he has a Skeleton Barrel, so he shouldn't have a Giant or a Mega Knight, but I wouldn't be surprised if he still has it in his deck, just because of how his deck is looking. Okay, Dark going like this. We know that he has arrows, so it's very likely for him to go arrows. Let's go with a barbell right here on defense. Try to always think ahead, guys. As I said before, try to be like, okay, I think that Dark Prince is gonna get a hit. Could have maybe gone with a mortar, but I think it's fine since we already dealt a lot of damage. It's okay to sometimes take some damage. When should I and when should I not take some damage? Okay, let's go with a fireball. Let's see if we can actually kill the witch. Nice. Maybe it gets one hit. Beautiful. One hit on the tower. Take care of the evil witch. And this Inferno Dragon shouldn't be that big of an issue. Let's go with minions here as well. Do have to be careful with the skeleton barrel. Let's try and time the barbell as good as possible so all the skeletons do go down. And let's pop the goblin ability here. Nice, beautiful timing. Right as the Dark Prince goes away, he spends the arrows. Now we have the skeleton barrel. We can go with a knight here up high. And that is the beautiful thing about this deck. The synergy is just so solid. Okay, let's go with the evil mortar. Let's have the knight ready, like the ability. Let's go for an ability right now. Let's have the goblins ready here on defense against the mini Pekka. Let's go with a dark one here as well. He was forced to spend the bandit on the left side, while the mortar, while the goblins on the right side are getting closer to the tower. Let's go with a goblin ability here, trying to help DPS down the Dark Prince. Let's go with a knight as well. I'm taking the damage of the bandit because I know that we're gonna get so much damage from our push offensively that we can afford taking the damage without losing the tower. And now all we need to do is just focus on defense. So once again, great fireball here. I'm definitely gonna take it. Let's go with fireball right now. Let's wait a little bit. He's probably gonna, I was gonna say it, push the left side lane. Let's go with minions. Let's go with goblins here. He is gonna go with his arrows, but we have the barbell, we have goblins, we have so many ways of distracting, so many ways of defending that we are gonna secure another victory. So let's go, guys. Beautiful win once again. Perfect example of mid-ladder decks. Sometimes they can be annoying, sometimes they can be scary, but if you play patient, and look at his levels as well, like everything was level 16. Perfect example of a deck what could get scary potentially if you don't play it well. If you make some mistakes, I don't think we made a single mistake right there. So far 4-0. Now it's time to show you guys that this deck is still very solid, very strong, even without heroes. So we're gonna be using the same exact deck, same exact version as the last 4 matches. No Skeleton King, no Hero Knight, no Hero Goblins. Only change is that we have skeletons instead of the goblins. I feel like the normal goblins are not worth it. I'd much rather have the normal skeletons. They are still a great way of distracting. They are still a great way of getting value against pretty much any troop. Mini Pekka, Ghost, whatever. Okay, talking about Ghost, I think we are facing Royal Giant right here. There's the Ghost from him. Let's go with some skeletons. Knowing his deck, he's probably gonna go Royal Giant up high. We can go with minions afterwards. We can go with Dart Goblin here. If he does go with Fireball on the minions, we can try and get a Knight plus Skeletons down. And he's gonna have, he's gonna have a hard time defending the counter push afterwards because he just spent so much elixir. Royal Giant might get 1 or 2 shots, yes. But we're gonna get way more damage out of that and we're gonna have a lot of ways of pressuring. Now he has the Knight. We can go with Skeleton Barrel, no Barbed Barrel on Psycho. He's probably gonna have to go with E-Spirit, take a little bit of damage. Just always being annoying, always thinking about, okay, what is the opponent gonna have? What is the opponent gonna do? For example, here as well, if he does try and somehow cycle back to Royal Giant, we need to make sure that we have the Mortar ready on defense. Either spots work. Sometimes I like to go with Mortar a little bit more higher, in case he goes with a Fireball offensively, but if he does go Fireball, then he can't kill the Dart Goblin. Just in general, try to like think about ways of getting value and already imagine, okay, if he goes Royal Giant here, what do I have in Cycle? What can I do? For example, now I'm gonna Cycle Knight. If he does go with Royal Giant, we have the minions up high. We can go with a Mortar in this spot. If he does go with a spell, we could try and get something else going. Let's go with a Barbed Barrel here as well. Royal Giant might be able to get 1 or 2 shots. It's single elixir. It's very likely for the Royal Giant to get a little bit of damage. Looks like, okay, it is gonna get a triple connection there. Honestly, did not expect a triple connection, but I guess it's fine. Let's go with a Knight here off to the side. And let's see if it's gonna be enough. I think the Knight should be able to tank enough. There you go. Is able to tank enough to be able to take care of it. And this guy's playing it well. Honestly, this guy's playing very solid. We do need to be careful about it. Let's go with a Mortar here. No Fireball on Cycle. We can go with minions on top of the Royal Giant. Let's go with Skeletons here as well. And let's go with a Barbed Barrel. Trying to take care of the Royal Giant as soon as possible. Evil Mortar is gonna go down, but still good amount of pressure. And I'm thinking, okay, what is gonna be key? What is gonna be important? Well, first of all, let's try and keep all the pressure. Let's go with another Mortar right here. Trying to out-cycle his Royal Giant. If he does go with Barbed Barrel, we have Skeletons. Looks like he's gonna go with a Ghost instead. Let's go with some minions here. Up high, he's still gonna have to defend the Skeleton Barrel. He goes with a Fireball. Let's go with, I was gonna say, let's go with Skeletons, see if the Mortar can stay alive. It's gonna go down, but still changing the pace of the game so far has been doing pretty good for us. We do need to be careful. I was gonna say it already in case he decides to go with a Royal Giant here. It was very likely for him to go with Royal Giant. That is why I didn't go with a Mortar offensively. Try and time your Mortars well. Okay, looking good, guys. Let's go with a Mortar here as soon as possible. No Royal Giant in cycle yet. He still needs to defend the Skelly Barrel. Now he cycles back to it, but now he is forced to use it on defense. So that is also amazing for us. Let's have the Dart Golem ready here to start sniping the Royal Giant, to start taking care of the Barb as well. Is he gonna go with Hunter? What is he gonna do? Let's have the Fireball ready in case he goes with a Hunter or something. There's the Hunter. Let's go with a Fireball right now. And let's go with a Skeleton Barrel as well. Beautiful. Did you guys see how I was thinking and ready for the Hunter before he even played it? Like, always try to think about the next play, think about the next step. Okay, Dark going like this. Let's have the minions ready in case he does go with his Royal Giant. Let's go with Skeletons here. Knight in the back. Since we're in a situation where we have a lot of damage lead right now, we don't really need to risk it. Like, we don't really need to go that offensively. It's not a great idea either to not pressure at all. But I do think that it's important to not go over aggressively when you know that you're already in a pretty solid situation. So let's go with a Fireball once again, just to secure some extra damage. We might be able to have the minion get some value. Looks like the Hunter is unfortunately gonna stay alive, but still a good situation overall. Let's go with minions. Let's go with Skeletons here as well. Let's go with a Mortar on defense. Let's go with a Knight. We do have to be careful with this push, but I think with the help of the minions, the Tower, the Knight, the Barbed Barrel here, we're gonna able to take care of pretty much everything. Let's go with a Fireball defensively. Let's go with minions here up high as well. And let's have the Mortar ready. Okay, oh wait, the Royal Giant is gonna escape. It's gonna get a lock. We need to be careful here. Let's go with a Barbed Barrel Knight. And oh my god, guys, this is actually gonna be so close. Okay, I think he's gonna go with a Hunter. Let's go with a Fireball here, trying to take care of it. Let's go with minions here as well. We need to try and cycle. We need to try and take care. Okay, is he gonna go for a Royal Giant? Let's go with Skeletons. Oh my god, this is gonna be a close one. If the Skeleton Barrel death damage makes it, we win. I think we won, guys. Yeah, we definitely won right here. If he does get the Fireball down, not gonna be enough. And oh my god, that Mortar almost cost us the game. Okay, this guy played that really well. I would say that Royal Giant, quick cycle decks usually could be more of the difficult matchups, like Royal Giant cycle, Hawk Rider cycle. Those type of matchups are always, in my opinion at least, difficult because it's harder for you to outcycle, for example, a specific spell, outcycle a specific counter, because he's gonna cycle them very quickly, often quicker than you are gonna try and outcycle them. So that is something to keep in mind. And then of course the Royal Giant with the Hunter, E-Spirit, just in general, the way they pressure is also very, very difficult. Okay, let's see what we're going to be facing here. This guy has, I think, Golem. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a Golem deck. Let's have Dart Goblin ready here. I'm going to cycle to Skeletons next. Let's have the Skeletons ready here as well, up high, just in case he goes with arrows or something like that. Offensively, there's the Golem. Okay, so this is a mistake a lot of people would make. To pressure insane, like, I don't know, Knight, Minions, Mortar, like, go with everything opposite lane. I would recommend you guys to never do that, because these Golem players are crazy, man. Like, they are just gonna fully ignore your push, and they are just gonna go all in. Like, look at this guy. He's just going all in right now. He has a Night Witch Golem. He's gonna go Lumberjack opposite lane. Like, that is pretty much always what they do. So, and oh my god, he missed the arrows. Okay, I didn't even notice that he missed the arrows. That is why I went with Minions. Let's have the Skeleton Barrel here right side as well. I love going Skeleton Barrel in front of the troops, because it's a great way to tank, distract the tower while your troops are gonna advance. And that is gonna be, I think, pretty much tower down. I don't think he has a lot of elixir. Now he's for sure like 0 elixir. This mortar is definitely gonna get a lot of damage. I guess we can go with Skeletons here. Should I keep the Skeletons for the mini Pekka? Maybe, but if he does go mini Pekka, we could also go with a Knight in case we need it. Okay, so perfect. There's the mini Pekka I was talking about. Let's go with a Knight right here last second. This way we keep the mortar alive a little bit longer. Mini Pekka is gonna take care of the Knight, of course. Is gonna still take care of the mortar, but that extra hit, you never know. Sometimes it could be the game changer between a loss and a win. Okay, let's wait. I think he's gonna go Golem once again. There's the Golem. Let's go with a Dart Golem like this. Let's actually go with a Skeleton Barrel into the right side lane, and I'm gonna go with the Evil Mortar up high. Why do I this time around go with the Evil Mortar up high? Because we have a lot of troops on the field, and we dealt a lot of damage to both the towers. So in the worst case scenario, if we do end up losing our tower right here, we should be able to take at least the other one quite easily, or a little bit easier than... okay, let's wait a little bit. Let's go with Minions here up high. Let's try and defend this the best way possible. I think the Bomber, we can try and ignore the towers anyways. Healthy enough to take a little bit of damage. Let's go with a Mortar up high once again. Left side tower goes down, and right side tower right now is pretty much gonna be not spell range quite yet, but I think we could even, worst case scenario, spell cycle. Mortar gets a lock, and that is gonna be good game, guys. 10 HP remaining. We can buy some time for the Mortar to get another shot, and we are gonna secure us another victory. Beautiful wins. That was a close one against Royal Giant, but overall in today's video we went 6-0, 2-0 with the Skeleton King version, 2-0 with the Hero Knight, Hero Goblin version, and 2-0 with the no hero version. This deck is just awesome overall. Of course, having the Hero Knight, of course, having the Goblins makes it a little bit better. Skeleton King is a great card, great champion in the current meta as well. But I think all the versions, all the decks we played, I mean, it's the pretty much same deck, but the versions are very solid, very fun. So 6-0 in today's video, guys. Best of luck if you're gonna try it out. If you guys have any specific questions about Trophy Road, about your deck, or about Mortar in general, I'm not like the best Mortar player out there, but I've been playing this deck quite a bit in this season with, I would say, great success. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care.